guys, it's Christine. So today I am reading a bedtime story. I had class a little late today till 9:50, and then I had to do some other stuff. So I apologize for being so late, but sometimes I've done it at 12. So bedtime story is better than no bedtime story, right? Anyways, so today I am going to read Wreck-It Ralph. And Wreck-It Ralph is a story about an arcade game character named Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, so here we go. Wreck-It Ralph. Every day, Ralph would come on screen in the video game Fix-It Felix Jr. as a bad guy and yell, "I'm going to wreck it!" Then he'd destroy everything. When he went to talk to bad guys from other games, he realized he didn't want to be a bad guy anymore. He knew good guys got medals at the end of their games. If only he could win a medal, then he could become a good guy. Ralph returned home and saw the Nicelanders and Felix having fun without him. Ralph wanted to fit in, but everything he touched broke. No one wanted him around. As the arcade opened, a young girl came to play Fix-It Felix Jr., but something was wrong. The game started, but Ralph was missing. The Nicelanders thought he had gone to take over another arcade game, like the infamous Turbo had. Felix went to bring him back. They were friends after all. Ralph escaped into Game Central Station and snuck into Hero's Duty, where he could win a huge medal. And then he would be a good guy. Everything in this new game was big, dark, and high definition. Sergeant Cahoon, the leader of the game, warned him about the huge, dangerous cybugs everywhere. So there's Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph had to fight hard as he climbed up a tower to receive the medal. Finally, he saw the medal and knew his dream was about to come true. Ralph walked up the podium and grabbed it. As the soldiers congratulated Ralph, Ralph tripped and fell, crushing some cybug eggs. This brought them to life. Ralph stumbled into the escape pod with one of the cybugs attached to his face. The escape pod flew through Game Central Station and crashed into yet a third game, Sugar Rush. Ralph tumbled and rolled into a candy cane tree. He looked for his medal and found it hanging on the tree near a little girl named Vanellope von Schwartz. Vanellope saw Ralph's medal and climbed up after it. She wanted it too. Vanellope yelled, "Race you to it!" Ralph tried to catch up, but she was too fast. She swiped Ralph's medal as he fell into Candy Lake. There he goes with the cybug that got on his face. And there is his medal, and Vanellope getting it. Back in Hero's Duty, Felix and Cahoon had teamed up. Felix still needed to bring Ralph home, and Cahoon wanted to find the missing cybug. In Sugar Rush, a go-kart race was about to start. The Candy people looked on as the racers assembled, and King Candy, the ruler of Sugar Crush, announced that racers could now enter. Vanellope had been waiting for that moment. She brought over her cart and used the medal to pay her fee. Vanellope had always dreamed of becoming a racer, and the medal was her chance. There's her cart. It's cute. If you can see, it says Top Secret. There you go. Candy-covered Ralph emerged from the stands, searching for Vanellope. Ralph charged through the racers, but King Candy's guards caught him. While Vanellope darted away, King Candy questioned Ralph. Ralph knew he had to get his medal back. He managed to escape. One of the main racers, Taffeta, and her lackeys chased after Vanellope and made fun of her for being unique. They called her a glitch, a mistake in the game's programming. They broke her cart apart, but Ralph came to the rescue, scaring the bullies away. Ralph and Vanellope finally spoke to each other and realized the medal was their chance to reach their dreams. Ralph agreed to help Vanellope. They broke into the local cart factory and made a unique new cart. Ralph thought it looked weird, but Vanellope was overjoyed with it. She and Ralph proudly signed it. Soon, King Candy's minions were after them. Vanellope and Ralph escaped from them and ran into Diet Cola Mountain, Vanellope's home. Meanwhile, Felix and Cahoon made it to Sugar Rush. They searched for Ralph and the Cybug. Vanellope told Ralph she was a glitch, and Ralph knew he had to help Vanellope. They both wanted to be something more in their games. Vanellope wanted to give up. She'd never driven a real cart before. But Ralph wouldn't let her. He made her a racetrack. Even though Vanellope was scared, she kept trying. With Ralph by her side, she finally raced around the track like a true expert. That's their cart that they made and signed. That's them running around the track together. Vanellope was ready to compete. If she won the race, she would get a whole pot of coins, including Ralph's medal. She wanted to give Ralph his medal back, but first she ran home to get something. While she was gone, King Candy found Ralph and tricked him into believing Vanellope would ruin the game if she raced. Ralph thought he had to stop Vanellope from racing to save her. King Candy gave Ralph the Medal of Heroes and left. Vanellope came back with a homemade medal for Ralph. Ralph wanted to protect her from getting hurt, so he played the bad guy and wrecked the cart to save her. But Vanellope saw he had the Medal of Hopes and cried, "You sold me out!" Ralph tried to explain that if the game was ever unplugged, she would be doomed because she was a glitch. Ralph returned to his home game with the medal. Nothing was the same. None of the Nicelanders told him the game was going offline, and Ralph ended up alone. As Ralph sat by himself, he saw Vanellope's image on the side of the Sugar Rush machine. He realized she was part of the game and not a glitch. Ralph returned to Sugar Rush and found out that King Candy had stolen Vanellope's computer code. If she ever crossed the finish line, she'd become an official racer again, and King Candy would be gone. But Vanellope and Felix were now in King Candy's dungeon. Meanwhile, Cahoon fell into a hidden Cybug hive. An invasion was coming. Ralph freed Felix from the dungeon so he could fix Vanellope's race cart. Then Ralph found Vanellope and apologized to her with her cart. She forgave him and was happy to be friends again. Quickly, Vanellope hurried to the track before the race was over. She glitched through the turn after turn. Her win was in sight when the Cybugs broke through the track. While Vanellope and King Candy kept racing, the Cybugs multiplied and exploded out of the track, stopping the race. She goes. There she goes racing. King Candy and Vanellope fought each other to get ahead. As they did, his secret was revealed. He was really Turbo, the game jumper. Vanellope glitched away. As she approached the finish line, the ground exploded with Cybugs. As the residents of Sugar Rush hurried to escape from the Cybugs, Ralph tried to flee with Vanellope, but she couldn't leave the game. "No," Ralph said, "I'm not leaving you again." Cahoon shouted, "Without a beacon, we have no way to stop these bugs." Ralph wouldn't leave Vanellope behind. He had to save her. As Felix and Cahoon fought off Cybugs, Ralph got an idea. He would create his own beacon. Ralph ran to Diet Cola Mountain, pounding at the city in hopes of making a beacon to attract and trap the Cybugs. Meanwhile, Turbo got swallowed by a Cybug. It only turned Turbo into a powerful Cybug. Turbo stopped and attacked Ralph. Turbo was too strong for Ralph. Ralph looked down the mountain and sacrificed himself to save Vanellope, finally knowing the truth. There's no one I'd rather be than me. Just in the nick of time, Vanellope glitched through the mountain wall and saved Ralph. When the candies hit the cola, a glowing glacier spewed out of the top of the mountain. The Cybugs flew toward the light of the beacon, and all the bugs were destroyed, including Turbo. Vanellope crossed the finish line and reset the game, becoming the queen and a racer, and restoring everything with her. But she liked being able to glitch. It was her racing superpower. Ralph returned to his game and did not mind being the bad guy. He knew he didn't need a medal to be a good guy. There we go. So that was Wreck-It Ralph. And I think the moral to that story is be yourself. So be yourself, be who you are, and know who you are. All right? Well, I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and remember, take care of